Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cook Cook Cook. Hope you and your family are doing perfectly well. What we'll be cooking today is a fried brinjal masala, or also known as a katrika gochu. So the flavor of it will match somewhere similar to a katrika pachdi or a brinjal pachdi that is served with biryanis usually. So let's go and see how we can make our fried brinjal masala. Let's take a quick look at the ingredients that we'll be using to make our fried brinjal masala. So I have two brinjals. So this is the large Bartha brinjals that I'm using, and depending on the size of the brinjal, you can either cut them into round slices or split them into two and then slice them. And I have about three mid-size onions and two large tomatoes, and I have ginger and garlic paste and garam masala powder, red chili powder and turmeric. So these are our ingredients. Along with this, we'll be using oil to fry the brinjals, and then we'll have to grind the onions and tomatoes in the mixie. So now let's go into the process of making our fried brinjal masala. The first step to make our fried brinjal masala is to get a kadai on the stove and pour in sufficient oil to deep fry the brinjal. Once the oil is hot, we can start adding in our brinjals. You will have to turn sides and ensure that it is completely fried. And now at this phase we can take it off the oil and continue frying the other pieces of brinjal. In the same kadai that you had fried the brinjal in, take off excess oil and retain about 1/3 cup of oil and add in half a teaspoon of poppy seeds, 1 bay leaf, and then we will pour in the ground onion and tomato. So this was ground in the mixie. My flame is at a sim, so give the onions and tomato and the poppy seeds and bay leaf that had gone in a quick stir, and then we will add in 1 teaspoon of ginger paste and 1 teaspoon of garlic paste. Give it a quick stir and a teaspoon of salt. Remember, my flame is still at sim because we do not want to burn any of these ingredients that we are adding, and all of these ingredients get added like almost immediately, so we will keep adding them, and later we can raise the flame. After the salt has gone in, now is the time where we will increase the flame and give it a good nice stir. And now we can cover it with a lid and cook it. I've covered my kadai and will let this cook for about 5 minutes, but make sure to keep checking on it and giving it a stir at small intervals. I have cooked my onions and tomatoes in this closed kadai for the last 5 minutes and ensure to give it stirs at regular intervals. So now I will reduce my flame and we can open this up. The reason I reduced my flame is because you put the onions and tomatoes in hot oil and they would be angry and attacking you. So reduce the flame and then we can go on to add our powdered spices. So we'll start with 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder. Give it a good stir. After the powdered spices have gone in, give it a good nice mix, and we will close the kadai and cook it for another 5 minutes. Now we close this, increase the flame and let it cook for another 5 minutes. However, make sure to check it at regular intervals so that we do not burn our masala. After about 5 minutes of cooking on the closed kadai, I will reduce the flame and we can open up the kadai. You can see that our masala is now nice and thick. So into this we will add in our fried brinjal. After the brinjal has gone in, mix it really well and let the brinjal soak up the flavors of the masala. After the brinjal has gone in and you've given it a good nice mix, now keep the stove at the low flame itself and close the kadai and let it cook for another 5 minutes. The brinjal and masala have cooked on a low flame for the last 5 minutes, and we can open it up. We will continue to cook this until the oil separates. Now that our oil has started separating out from the brinjals and masala, we can turn off the flame. I have served out our fried brinjal masala. You can see that we have enough gravy to enjoy with our chapatis and naans. So this is a great combination for plain Indian breads without any stuffing or additional flavors. You can enjoy it with any of the breads. So do try it at home and let us know what you think about this recipe. Thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day.